Hello there guys, it's Joey, and this is going to be some spell work involving the Ogham Ash, the energies which we have discussed, and the waning moon. So this is for dealing with energy that is hooked into your chakras or your energetic field of a negative variety, and it's a banishing of those cords. So the energy of ash is very much about the interconnectedness of all things. We've talked about how it's given as being like the world tree that connects all peoples and all worlds. And it's sort of microcosms, if you like, within the human body, within the human experience. We are a universe within a universe, that sort of idea. And along the way, psychic debris or negative funk or our own negative energies or manifestations of negativity can get hooked in to our auric field, into our chakras, blocking our chakras, things of that nature. Now, this can happen to the best of us, even when we regularly practice cleansing and protection, and sometimes it can happen to, the best of us. And it can happen to us if we're going through some really, really stressful periods, or if we're feeling a bit low because of a situation and things get in. Or that we've sort of done it to ourselves is another common one, like we've focused too much on the negativity and it's sort of hooked into us. So cleansing ourselves out in this fashion or a similar fashion is something nifty we can do at any point. But banishing waning magic is a really strong time to be doing something like this is like a full banishing cleanse. Now, we're going to actually be working with the chakra stones in front of us, and you can sort of twofold this if you like. You can follow what I'm going to do here, and then you can afterwards place the chakras stones on the relevant chakra points and go through with your obsidian arrowhead or your obsidian point, as I'm going to be using in here, or a cleansing crystal which you prefer. Turquoise could be used in conjunction with the ash correspondences, or if you prefer something like smoky quartz or tourmaline, you could use something like that. And then you would place the chakra stones, which we're going to be sort of symbolically attaching to ourselves throughout this process, onto your body directly and pass the crystal over each, pulling out and visualizing that, pulling out any hooks that are within or blocking your chakras. So for this setup, I have frankincense and myrrh going over there in stick incense form. You can use other forms if you like, but for this setup it's just easier. And that combines fire and water energies, moon and sun energies, and ash has quite a balancing act between lunar and solar energies. And then over here we have a bowl of water and salt and fennel. Salt is probably more moon based. Technically it's earth based, but it has more lunar connection. Fennel is more fiery, and so it sort of combines both again. I'm going to place a snowflake obsidian within there to charge the water. Now you want to stop fennel escaping onto your hand. And we're going to leave that there for the time being, and we're going to add a couple of drops of frankincense essential oil into the water. So any crystal that you decide to use within, or we would, but come on, frankincense, there we go, 1, 3 will do it, come on. Okay, and frankincense has the fiery energy. Now, any crystal that you decide to place in the water, be sure that it's safe to go within water. Your best bet is a tumblestone. I mean, the obsidians are fine in water like this. Your smoky quartz tumble would be fine in something like this. But you don't want any ites. You don't want selenite in there. You don't want anything like that that's going to be damaged or poison the water. So before you do that, you want to hold your obsidian and you want to focus on its energies of balancing and cleansing. And I've done that off camera beforehand. And then you're placing it in the water, and you can take an obsidian like this, if you so wish, and you want to go counterclockwise because we are banishing. Just focus on banishing negative energy in its most basic form. And then you can do the banishing pentagram over the top if you like, which is from the bottom point, and you are filling it with your energy. I would probably imagine it glowing white for banishing, getting rid of. A good cleansing, healing light, basically. So that's going to carry on swirling by itself because it can. And good, okay. So then, whilst that's sort of cleansing within itself, I am always amused sitting. I can sit here and stare at that water and it will just mesmerise me. So we're connecting our chakra energies to each of the chakra stones. If you've worked with your chakra stones before, this is not going to be a difficult process for you because they've obviously been placed on the particular chakra, and your chakra will recognise the stone and recognise working with it, or working with the energies. It'll be almost like energy memory. And if not, and even if you have worked with them before, you may wish to sit cross-legged or comfortably in front of them and imagine a point of light passing, an energy passing between your actual chakra and the corresponding chakra stone in the corresponding colour. And what you're basically doing is you're creating a sort of link between you and your chakra stones so that the sympathetic magic can take place. So anything you do to cleanse on the chakra stones in front of you is directly applied to the chakra energy in which it's connected, linked. Okay. So, we have a balance of fire and water within the whole of the spell setup, and that's because of the energies of ash. It also lends a sort of creative, destructive energy, and obsidian helps with that. As we've already talked about obsidian today, in its sort of primal energies of creation and destruction. So I'm just going to move the camera slightly so I can move to the other side of it. There we go. Incense is still going. So, once you have connected yourself up to all the chakra stones, you're then going to use, I'm going to use the arrowhead, I want to say arrow shaft then, either works, of obsidian, and you just literally unhook. Now I would do this 9 times. I hope you can see. Let's actually zoom in. Which one do we get? We get throat. Okay. So, and you may wish to say some words out loud as you're doing it, or you may just wish to visualize any energy hooks as sort of nasty, stabby little hooks stuck in that chakra, and you're unhooking them. and the arrowhead for the direction is good for the, and it's quite a forceful energy with the obsidian, but I mean, this is dependent on whether you've decided to use obsidian or not. So once you've done your unhooks, I would then perhaps cleanse over, cleanse over, cleanse over 3 times. And I use 3 because it is important within the Celtic pantheon. It's the symbolism of life, death and rebirth within the Celtic pantheon. It's very important. It's up to you if you feel a different number would be more poignant, more symbolically relevant for you. I do 9 unhookings because it's 3 by 3, the encompassing of the entire cycles, and then over by 3 for life, death and rebirth. And then once you have done that and you visualize that happening at your throat chakra as well, and then you want to envisage light. And what you can do is when you initially connect your chakra energy to your chakra stone, you can see it as being darker and more sluggish, and you can see the problems within the energy beam between the chakra stone and the chakra. And once you've done the unhooking and the cleansing through water part, then you imagine the beam of light sort of almost reverses in energy polarity even, and the light beam back to your throat chakra in this circumstance, or whichever chakra, is much lighter and brighter and just blasts through any blockages and disintegrates any hooks and just gives you a good cleanse out. So this is a relatively simple idea for helping cleanse your energy lines using the chakra stones and the energies of the Ogham. The energies of the Ogham in this circumstance are used through its correspondences through fire and water, but if you so wished, you could get a bit more hands-on with your ash energies. You could put a little bit of ash bark into the water and do a cleansing that way, and use the energies of the Ogham directly rather than the chakra stones if that's what you so wished. But I really liked the symbolic tying of the chakra stones to our energy lines because of how ash is supposed to be the world tree and the connection of all energy to all things, and that comes through the chakras in a lot of modern practice work. It's not the only way to do it by all means, but I thought it was an interesting way of doing this. So that's going to be it for this video. Many blessings.